Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me. In today's reading, we are receiving a channeled message from Isis. Before we do that, I want to let you know I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading, and all you have to do to qualify is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and type manifesting miracles in the comment section below. I'll be announcing the winner on August 4th, 2024 during the next new moon. I also want to let you know that right after this introduction, I'll be giving a brief description, stories, sharing about Isis, just in case you want a little more information. All right, let's get into it. So to choose your reading, just notice which image or crystal you're most drawn to. For pile number 1, we have the rose quartz, and for reading number 2, we have yellow jasper with chrysoprase. And for reading number 3, we have blue apatite. Let your intuition be your guide. Whichever image or crystal you're most drawn to is most likely the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to 2 or even all 3 of the readings, as there may be additional messages for you there. You'll find all the links in the description box below. Thank you for your interest in Isis. One of the most famous stories involving Isis is the myth of Osiris, Isis's husband, who was killed and dismembered by his brother Set. Isis searched for and reassembled Osiris's body parts using her magical abilities to bring him back to life long enough to conceive her son, Horus. And when Horus was born, she had to hide him from Set, who wanted to kill her child. So she gave birth to Horus in the swamps of the Nile Delta and raised him in secret, protecting him from harm. She was a protective mother, a devoted wife, and a powerful magician. And she further strengthened her power and showed her cunning, her cleverness, her ability to empower herself and grow through the story of her and Ra's secret name. So Ra would travel across the sky in his solar boat during the day and through the underworld at night. As he aged, though, he began to show signs of weakness, which did not go unnoticed by the other gods and goddesses. Isis, goddess of magic and wisdom, decided to gain Ra's secret name to acquire his power. Knowing that the secret name held the key to Ra's divine authority, she devised a cunning plan to learn it. Isis created a magical snake from clay and Ra's own spittle, imbuing it with life through her powerful incantations. She placed the snake in a spot where Ra would pass during his daily journey. As Ra passed by, the snake bit him, injecting its venom into his body. Ra was immediately overcome with excruciating pain and began to weaken. So Ra summoned all the gods and goddesses to help him, but none could heal him as they did not know the nature of the poison. Isis approached Ra, offering to heal him, but with one condition. Isis told Ra that she needed to know his true name to craft the necessary spell to heal him. Initially reluctant, Ra eventually relented due to the unbearable pain and whispered his secret name to Isis. Armed with Ra's true name, Isis cast a powerful spell that expelled the venom from Ra's body, healing him completely. In return for this knowledge, Isis gained a portion of Ra's immense power, elevating her own status among the gods. She did this to further ensure the safety of her son. And so for this reason, people will petition her for protection and healing, wisdom, guidance, magical assistance, strength and courage, and fertility and motherhood. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the rose quartz. And the rose quartz crystal is a very emotionally healing crystal. It's connected to the heart chakra. It helps to soothe and alleviate stress and anxiety, fears, as well as opening the heart up to forgiveness and compassion. It helps to strengthen bonds in relationships and also strengthens the love that you have for yourself. It just is a very loving stone all around. You also chose the card Queen of Staves. And the Queen of Staves is a blend of body, emotions, and intellect in a spiritual venture. It's the world of magic and mysticism brought to the practical level. All right, so we're going to see how those energies fold into the rest of your message. Pile number 1, your message from Isis. What message does Isis have for pile number 1? And if you're ever curious about the cards that I use, I list them in the description box below. And if I have a link of where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, we have trine sextile, symbiosis. And dignified, strength. I like to show you the cards so that you can first kind of receive and sense. You're just as much part of this reading as I am. And Mars, motion. All right, you have symbiosis, strength, and motion. And the symbiosis card kind of reminds me of the 3 of Cups in tarot. Usually you'll see 3 people and they are clinking their goblets together, their chalices together in celebration, out having a good time. And so it's like, you know, if you're feeling down and you go out with your friends and you have some laughs, it's just good for the soul to laugh and be around people that uplift you. So it's this idea of uplifting each other and celebrating each other. And dignified strength is about how environments can amplify or strengthen, intensify energies. So for example, if Mars is in the sign of Scorpio, then those 2 energies are going to intensify each other. Mars is going to be more Mars-like in Scorpio, and Scorpio is going to be more Scorpion with Mars in Scorpio. And then we have Mars motion, which is about movement and taking action. So there's definitely this message of some kind of collaboration of energies and maybe an environment that motivates you and encourages you to take action. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages Isis has for you. Pile number 1. What message does Isis have for pile number 1? All right, I feel this card wanted to come out. 8 of Wands. That's fast moving energy. And you know, sometimes Mars, it is that kind of energy, like act now, do something now. Don't wait, don't hesitate, you know, take action now. It also can be traveling, it could be kind of this aha moment. You see all these lightning bolts of energy. It's like receiving energy and then sending energy out. Yeah, I really love that. And with the lightning bolts, it's almost like this idea, and then your heart sings and you're sending this energy out. I'm really getting that sense of being in an environment or around people that really strengthen your best qualities, uplift you, support you, encourage you, just give you that boost. All right, Death card. All right, so something is coming to an end and a new cycle is starting. So let's see what's coming to an end. The Emperor. The Emperor is structure. Like think of the societal structures, law and order. And it has its place. It can be good. It can protect us. But sometimes it can also be restrictive. And within society, we have cultures, communities, families, organizations, work environments, and they all kind of have their own little structures. And there could be something that you've been indoctrinated in, so to speak, some kind of belief maybe that's coming to an end. Something that maybe you're going to have this aha moment that makes you realize that, you know what, this belief is not really helping me. And I'm ready to release it and work in an environment or hang around people, associate with like-minded people, kindred spirits. I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together, finding your tribe. All right, let's see what else we have. Pile number 1, Two of Swords. All right, the Two of Swords is about making a choice. Making a choice. And we see here this reflection, right? And reflections aren't reality. You can see that the color is different. So, you know, maybe this is like what society, even if it's, you know, sometimes we just have a perception. We don't even realize the indoctrination that takes place through the programming of media. We see things modeled for us, and especially at a young age, it just kind of makes an imprint, and just subconsciously we have these beliefs about how things are supposed to be. And then what happens is it becomes uncomfortable as we start to recognize that it's not what is in alignment with our authentic expression. So it's like you're at this crossroads, this point where you have a choice to release some of these old beliefs. The Princess of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. So look at this beautiful environment. I see you doing it. I see you making the choice to free yourself from some belief or situation or relationship or job or environment. I'm hearing belief a lot for many of you, and it may be tied to any one of those other things. But this belief about how something's supposed to be, and you surrounding yourself with this beautiful energy, aesthetically beautiful, feeling beautiful, just really embracing who you are. Look at her hand over her heart, and this light coming from her. It looks like it could be coming from her sacral chakra. So it's like you're creating this beautiful environment. And by creating this beautiful environment, not only around you externally, but inside you, your energy's shifting with this Eight of Wands and the Death. You're releasing something of these structures, some these foundational beliefs. And as you shed that old skin, you're going to begin to attract more birds of the same feather. You're going to attract more people into your tribe. And I see for some of you creating a real physical space as well, not just a space within your energy, your being, your heart, your mind, but an external space that people are drawn to. And we are in the Lion's Gate. So I feel that's why this card, Mars Motion, is coming out. If you're thinking about making a change that aligns more with your authentic nature, your soul's purpose, your light. If you're thinking about creating something, starting something, I feel this is a very auspicious time to do it. And Isis is supporting you. Oh, look at what this card says. I honor the goddess within. Now, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Just the goddess is that creative energy and the ability. We all have male and female energy within us, and combined, that energy allows us to manifest and create things. We all have these abilities within us. It's just a matter of aligning our thoughts and our words and our actions with our truth. I'm going to look at this again, what this card says, because I feel like it said it so eloquently. It's the perfect blend of body, emotions, and intellect in a spiritual venture. The world of magic and mysticism brought to the practical level in the real world for a tangible result. That right there says it all. This is what I see that you're doing. You are combining, again, all of those things are aligning, and you are bringing something tangible into the world. Wow, I love that. That is beautiful. That's so amazing. So it's just going to come to you like a bolt of lightning. You're just going to have this understanding. You're going to allow yourself to be liberated from whatever this is. You're challenging these old beliefs, putting, an end to these ideas that no longer serve you, and you're creating space for a new tribe and this beauty. Love it. There's also a lot of fours here. So we have the Death, which is 4. We have the Emperor, which is 4. You have 22, which is 4. 13, that's also 4. And then you have a 2 and an 8, so half of 8 is 4, and double a 2, you have 4. So stability. I see you believing maybe that, in the past you believed that whatever this was, this supposed to thing was what created stability. And this aha moment that you have, you're realizing that no, actually setting yourself free from this, letting go of this old paradigm is what's going to give you the greatest stability, because it's going to come from within. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful message, Isis. Thank you so much. This is so loving and powerful at the same time. It's loving yourself in a very dignified way and making the right moves. Absolutely love it. Please let me know what you're creating, what you're letting it go of, how you are shifting, how you're experiencing this paradigm shift within yourself. Pile number 1, so happy for you. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the yellow Jasper with Chrysoprase. And the combination of these two is a real mood lifter. It helps to kind of remove that lens of judgment that is associated with just kind of that negative mood, that bad mood. You know, sometimes when we're in a bad mood, even things that we don't enjoy or that we do enjoy, we kind of have a negative response to it. It's like there's something preventing us from enjoying something. And so the combination of these two together, the yellow Jasper and Chrysoprase, what it does is it helps to remove that. It just increases the positivity in you and sheds that judgment. It increases your energy levels, your optimism, your positivity, your confidence. It's a really nice stone. All right, you also chose the 6 of Staves, which is about being recognized. We see somebody returning from maybe a chariot race or a battle victorious. You know, there's a parade around them, celebrating them. So it's being celebrated, being recognized for what you've done, for your accomplishments. All right, can't wait to see what your message is, pile number 2. So excited. I mean, I feel this really positive, great energy already. If you're ever interested in the cards that I use, I do list them in the description box below. And if I have a link of where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, we have 4th house, home. Neptune, vision. All right, maybe there's a vision about your home. Are you thinking about buying a new home or moving? 8th house, mystery. All right. What an interesting combination. So it's like your dream home, and then mystery is like kind of those things that exist but are kind of taboo to talk about usually. So let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages we can get. Sometimes I just have to stop the camera momently and let them get their little yips out. So yeah, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm starting to post pictures of the dogs. So if you want to put an image to the pitter patters, you can. All right, what message does Isis have for pile number 2? I feel this one wanted to come out. Ooh, the 2 of Cups. All right. So maybe you're dreaming of a family or a romantic partner with this home. And I know that's not for everyone. So the 2 of Cups is also about harmony, this harmony within you. But it could also just be a deepening of love. I feel, though, again, this harmony, you know, this Chrysoprase and yellow Jasper combination, I feel like it's this really harmonic period that you're entering. And Neptune is also like imagination and intuition, dream, all of that. It's very interesting, though, that we got the 8th house and the 2 of Cups, because again, the 8th house is those things that are kind of taboo to talk about, like sex, for example. So maybe there's some intimate relationship on the horizon or something that you've been dreaming about. Let's get some more. All right. Oh, the Death card. Okay. This came out in the same position in pile number 1. So something's coming to an end. Let's see. What is coming to an end? The Emperor. This came out in the same place. And I know I've mentioned this before, but in between readings, what I do is I will place the cards in different spots in the deck so that they're not next to each other, and then I shuffle. And I shuffle on camera as well. So what are the odds that these come out? There might be a message for you in pile number 1, or it just could be that Isis energy is telling us that, you know, she's assisting us to look at and examine some maybe beliefs that we have about, you know, like traditional beliefs, and maybe there's something coming to an end. So maybe there's some belief about romance or love, whether it's, you know, loving another person or people, or loving yourself, and how you express that, how you do that, what you feel is appropriate. Sometimes we, you know, people feel guilty about taking time for themselves and nurturing themselves because they feel like they don't deserve it on some level. And it's just this foundational belief that's been kind of attached to us along the way as we've grown and developed. So there's some belief about what you feel like you deserve, your dream home, your dream relationship, your relationship with yourself, what you feel harmonious about, everything that maybe seems taboo that we don't normally talk about. And it's not just sex. So, you know, we don't talk about age. We don't talk about finances a lot of times. You know, it's typically not socially acceptable to ask somebody how much money they make, things like this. So something about that is being challenged, and I see that it's coming to an end. Not the challenge. The challenge is a good thing, but the belief, because it's like that belief isn't allowing you to express your authentic self. So very nice. All right. 2 of Swords. I promise y'all that I shuffled. I promise. And I put the cards in different places, but this is exactly how they came out, but with a different first card. So the 2 of Swords is, you know, this choice that you have about these 2 beliefs. One belief that resonates with your soul, what you know feels good, what you want, and maybe the other belief of what you feel is acceptable or what you feel you're supposed to do, you know? Sometimes we feel like we're supposed to love a sibling or a biological family member, but maybe it's not a healthy relationship. And so maybe we can love them from a distance. And that's just an example. All right. Let's see. The 10 of Wands. Yes. Okay. So the 10 of Wands is about a burden, right? It's carrying too much. It's being overwhelmed or overburdened, obligated is what I'm hearing. It's whatever this belief is that the Emperor card represents, it feels like an obligation rather than a want. So again, I'm like hearing somebody like, well, I'm supposed to love them because they're my family. And that's not necessarily true. You know, it sounds nice, it would be nice, but it's not always possible. You can't help how you love. You can't love someone because you're supposed to. You either love them or you don't. They either deserve your love or they don't. So yeah, I think, you know, you need to be the bearer for yourself. You need to be the protector for yourself. Isis is a protector. And so what I see is that you need to protect yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to give yourself permission to be you. And I see you doing that. I see you having the confidence and the strength to find harmonic relationships. Now, they may be romantic, they may not be romantic, they may be friendships, they may be your chosen family as opposed to your biological family. And for others, it could just be other relationships that maybe you've outgrown, that you felt obligated to because you've been friends since the 2nd grade or whatever, you grew up together. Or maybe it's a job that you feel obligated to, like, oh, I don't want to leave this job right now because they need me, they depend on me. Everybody's going to be better off if you're in a place where you thrive rather than in a place that you feel obligated to be. Wow. All right, let's get the card at the bottom of the deck. All right, we have the Chariot, which is overcoming obstacles. So again, what I see is that you are putting an end to this belief that's holding you back, whatever that is, whether it's about relationships, a relationship with yourself, with others, family, work, community, or just some energy that has been holding you back. I see that you are overcoming that obstacle. You are victorious, which we started with the 6 of Staves. I want to read to you what the guidebook says about the 6 of Staves. Victory, achievement, adulation, honor, awards, celebration, recognition, overcoming obstacles. And I got like a little frog in my throat as I was speaking. So maybe for some of you, it's having the courage to speak up for yourself, to use your voice. And the Chariot is also about change. It's a chariot, it's moving, and we see a chariot here moving. You started with a chariot, you ended with a chariot. So you're definitely moving. So if you are thinking about moving, you did get home in a very literal sense, you are moving. And for some of you, I feel that where you're moving from has felt like a burden, or maybe the process of moving has felt like a burden. And for others of you, it's this energy that has been restricting you from growing and expressing yourself authentically. In either case, there is some kind of movement, either a physical movement or an energetic movement or both. And if it is your dream, this home that you're looking for, perhaps the Emperor is some, it's like policies or something. I want to say dogma, but that's not right. It's just some kind of restriction, like an actual restriction maybe like a lease, or, for example, that can't be broken or something. Anyways, I see whatever this restriction is, I see it coming to an end. And look at the horses. We have the horses here and the horses here, plus the horses here. So horses are strong, their strength, their fast, their movement. All of these horses are running. They're in action. These horses have wings. Wow. All right. If you are moving, if you are purchasing a house or just thinking about moving to a new place, you've been looking for houses or an apartment or moving to another place, please let me know. There's a huge message of moving. So I know for some of you that you are actually moving locations to a different home. And I see it, being very happy for you, very harmonious, and it freeing you from some burden. Pile number 2, so excited for you. Thank you, Isis, for this beautiful message. And please let me know how this message resonates. I love to hear your comments, your stories, the connections that you make. Pile number 2, congratulations on releasing this energy, this obstacle, this burden, and moving forward in your life. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the blue apatite, and the blue apatite is connected to the throat chakra. It's called the stone of insight because it raises your psychic connection, your connection to the collective consciousness, to spirit. It also helps you to manifest by clearing away any negative energies, anything that may be holding you back. And it helps you to connect the past and the future to the present. So again, that's that insight so that you can draw on lessons and experiences from the past. You can foresee the future, you can envision the future, and helps you to make the best choices in the present to manifest what you want. You also chose the Ace of Staves. And we see here an Ankh, which is all about creation. So I love this depiction of the Ace of Staves, which would be called the Ace of Wands in another deck. And it's about warmth, it's about creativity, it's that creative spark, it's that first moment when you begin a project and you're excited and you have all this energy to carry you through. It is about creating something, manifesting something. All right, let's get some oracle cards. And I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below. If you're interested in where you get them and I can find a link, I will put that in the description box as well. All right, we have Juno Partnership. And Mercury Messages. All right, I like that. And Progressions Journey. All right, just by looking at these two cards, we see two lovebirds, with each other. And then in Mercury, we see these two snakes intertwined. And so I'm getting this message of harmony. And that can be within yourself, but it can also be with relationships. And certainly when you are centered and you're feeling at one with yourself, not divided, when you have this internal harmony, that reflects outwardly into your relationships. I want to read to you about the progressions card from the guidebook because it really aligns with the blue Apatite stone. I love the synchronicities of that. It talks about how, when you're born, there's an imprint of patterns at that moment, which natal charts describe, but the planets keep moving, and you also imprint the patterns they make as they progress through the first few months. You live that pattern out at roughly the rate of a year to a day for the rest of your life. Once you're born, you can't choose the cycles you live through, but you can always choose how to respond. So progressions don't speak of a passing thing, but to big sweeping arcs of karmic fate to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and less to do with your daily existence. The situation may feel fated, but the outcome is not predestined. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where to go. To help you in this moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you, even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides. Let your lighthouse guide you. I love that. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages Isis has for you, pile number 3. All right, we have the 7 of Swords. So it's like this distorted view of a situation or the distorted view of yourself. The 6 of Pentacles, which is a balance. And I love this depiction of the 6 of Pentacles because it's balance in all areas of your life, which is represented by these different colors down here, these different directions. The 8 of Pentacles. So making something. And also I'm hearing cycles. We are coming up on the new moon. It's just in a few days. So at the time of this reading, I feel that we're already experiencing the effects of the new moon, and what you begin now has that energy to grow. And I love the 8 because, we have Mercury here. It takes Mercury 88 days to go around the sun. And 8 is a number of abundance, but also cycles. And so there is this message of some big karmic release, breaking some cycle. A cycle that has caused you to have a distorted view of a situation or yourself or both. Maybe a partnership. The 7 of Swords brings in new thought patterns. And swords definitely are about thoughts. It's air. It's not something tangible. So you're adopting new thought patterns, which is bringing balance in all areas of your life. And I love that we have the Ace of Staves and then the 8 of Pentacles, because the 8 of Pentacles is about you creating something, you making something, you being so passionate about and so interested in something that you're doing, something that you're creating, that you don't even notice what time it is. There's a lot of message about time in this reading, progressions, movements. All right, let's keep going. The Hanged One. All right, taking time to think, because Mercury is fast. So you don't want to make decisions too hastily. You want to reflect and think about things. And there's also a message just of meditation. Taking time to reflect and meditate on maybe some pattern that you feel is being repeated in your life, and examining your beliefs around those patterns, those thoughts. And this is going to help you to release it and to invite in new ways of seeing, perceiving, changing your perspective on something. This is what's going to facilitate these new thought patterns, is this change in perspective. And perhaps it's coming through you working on this creative project. The Three of Wands. I love that. This is going to pay off for you big time. So this is a different deck, the Ace of Staves, but the Ace of Staves would be like the Ace of Wands. And now we're ending with the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is getting more than you bargained for, but in a good way. It's like you invest a little time and energy in something, and then it yields so much more than you expected. Like they're showing me you just kind of like casually scattering seeds. And not only does every single one of those seeds grow, but they multiply. And before you know it, you have like this field of whatever it is that you scattered. It is just a bigger return than what you expected. Whatever this Ace of Staves is, it's creating this new adventure for you. This Three of Wands is like mind, body, and soul. It's this unification. It's everything aligning. It is this harmony that was coming out up here. So there are patterns that were put into place. They were meant to be there. It was fated, destined, because of the progressions of when you were born and those cycles imprinted on you. But it was there as a way for you to break free. What they're showing me is like a butterfly emerging from the chrysalis, and that struggle that they go through, that they need to go through to get the excess moisture off their wings, to make their wings stronger so that they can fly. So these karmic patterns, these progressions, they're not a punishment for something that you've done, wrong, or that you were bad in a past life or anything like that. It was put there to give you certain strengths. And there's something happening now where you are reflecting on things. You're inviting in new thought patterns. You are manifesting a new pattern, a new energy pattern. You're creating something. There's something that you're passionate about. You're going to have this spark. For some of you, it may have already come. This may already be happening for you. For others, it's going to happen very soon. And it's going to totally switch your perspective. It's going to give you different thought patterns, different energy patterns, and your efforts are going to be multiplied, bringing you all kinds of blessings in all areas of your life. Pile number 3, so excited for you. Please let me know what you're working on. I love to hear about how you connect the readings to your life and what you're doing. Thank you, Isis. And thank you, pile number 3. The light in me sees the light in you. Bye.